the channel, the news, nothing. I'm Jim, and let's get to it. So today we're diving on into another book tag. We're diving on into the Bookish Heavenly Virtues book tag. So let's go. Chastity. What? Chastity? God, why can't I say this word? Which author, book, or series do you wish you had never read? I wish I'd never read the Wild Robot series because I feel like the movie did like a better job of the story and building character and like having a little bit more of a solid foundation there than I ever got in the book. But it is for kids, so I really can't hold much against it. But if you were to read the book or the movie or had to choose, watch the movie. Fucking hell. This is so long. Temperance. Which book or series did you find so good that you didn't want to read it all at once and you read it in doses just to make the pleasure last longer? I feel like the Walking Chaos series, I like definitely paced myself throughout that because I was enjoying it so much. And like, I'm dyslexic, and so like seeing the words like spelt wrong was like a little bit jarring to me, which I think is why I paced myself so slowly throughout the book, because I really wanted to understand what was going on. But like, what an amazing premise. Like, so good. Loved it. Loved every bit of it, except for the last one. Last half of the last one, I was like, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'm going to try to embrace it. Charity. They're so long, I have to look at the piece of paper, I'm sorry. Which book, author, or series do you timelessly push to others, telling them about it, or even giving away spare copies you bought for that reason? Definitely not the last half of that question because I do not have the money, but I push Lumberjanes a lot when people are asking for like good graphic novels because one, so easy to read, and it's just a very light story as well. I sort of sell it to them as like girl guides, but if weird things happened over a summer, and like all the characters are like very cute. It's just cutesy. The artwork's really cool. I will admit that the last half of the series is kind of not as good as the beginning half. I feel like we didn't like really delve deep into any of the characters or anything like that. It's like the authors just already assumed that you knew them. But I would have loved to get a little bit deeper, but like it's still fun and it's for kids, so I really can't pick it apart too much. Diligence. Which series or author do you follow no matter what happens and how long you have to wait for books, I'm assuming? Cassandra Clare? I don't know why, but I always feel the need to like pick up every book of hers. Even though I might not get to it straight away, she takes bloody forever anyway, so by the time that the series is out, I've already bought all of them, so it's fine. Patience. Is there an author, book, or series you've read that improved with time the most? Starting out unpromising, but ultimately proving rewarding. I feel like every time I go back to the Grishaverse, it gets better. Especially the trilogy. The trilogy I don't love mainly because the characters are shit. The main ones. And I find it really hard to get through Alina and Mal. Like, they're just too much. They're too much. I hate them. It's Mal, isn't it? Might be remembering his name wrong.
2 hours later.
Alina Starkov. What a name. Yes, it is Mal. He's that unmemorable that I forgot his name. Kindness. Which fictitious character would you consider a role model in the hassle of everyday life? I feel like Peter from the Hunger Games. Especially like in his like Hunger Games to Catching Fire era. He's just like the best. And then they fucking torture him. And he's still the best, but he a broken boy. And lastly is humility. Which book, author, or series do you find most underrated? I feel like I've started to get more into non-fiction, and I read Atlas of the Heart by Brené Brown. I feel like it was a bit of an awakening into like feelings and emotions. Not that I didn't know what they were, but the true meaning behind them, because like we like have an idea of what a certain emotion or feeling is, but like the definition of it is something different. Anyway, it was interesting and very eye-opening, and like seeing the way that she explores like different emotions and things that have happened in her past is very like insightful, and like kind of like you want to reflect the best version of yourself. in these moments. But it's hard because life is hard. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe, because that's always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.